Hey there, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Hey, thanks for checking me out. So, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about UFOs. This should be interesting, right? So, back in 2000, I want to say 14, I would duck out of work. I had a job in the city, and I would go to different churches and pray during my lunch break. So anyway, I went to one church and I would go there, St. Patrick's Cathedral, which I thought was really neat. Great place to, pray. And I just thought certain times it was a little bit too noisy. So, I prayed on it, and then I got kind of directions. Go 3 blocks this way, go 2 blocks this way, and you'll see a church. Go inside there, and you'll be alone, and if you want to pray over there, it's fine as well. So I was like, So, I didn't know, where everything is, there. So anyway, I followed the directions, and turns out that there was a church right there. So I went inside. It was an Anglican church, and I would go in there to pray. And at this place, I would just, sometimes empty my mind and say, show me what you want to show me. One time, I was praying there, and I got a picture of a giant wave, and I was like, and then later that day, this giant tidal wave hit the Philippines, and that was like big news. So I was like, okay, so that kind of was like demonstrating, about things that you can see, in the future. And so I went back and prayed, like, the next day. And I said, what? I open myself up, say, hey, what's anything you want to share? And then I got the message I received were from aliens at this point, as you could think of aliens or whatever. So at this point, I was shown the International Space Station, and that there would be UFOs flown in front of the cameras, and that the big message within it was that the U.S. flag was like on the UFOs. So it was like, the big message was that they are us. Like, I kind of get, you get impressions. So the impression I got was that the UFO itself was like us, and I wasn't sure, like, that was us from the future, or was that us, like we're all the same, is basically what it was, like a cosmic, citizen. So that was the big, message kind of embedded in that. Later that day, I went and checked ISS, video feeds, and sure enough, later that day, UFOs were spotted. This is one of the first times in front of the International Space Station. Now, my thought was maybe they make contact with individuals and want to know if they're able to make contact, and maybe they're not 100% sure, so they, hey, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna fly in front of the ISS and see who says what, so maybe that's what the reason we have sightings. Sometimes they're testing people out. So anyway, they were looking like for an ambassador, somebody to, talk for them on Earth and all the other things. So I said, that's kind of the impressions I got. So later on, this was a little later, I was driving to work. I used to have a longer commute, and I'm pretty sure I got, mentally in contact with them again, and they wanted me to, convey a message to the governments of the world. The message was that the aliens can control the strong and weak nuclear force, and that they wanted everybody all the nations of the world, to dismantle and not use nuclear weapons, because they were always afraid that we would use them on ourselves and on the planet. And that was the message that I received. Now, that was back 2014, 2015. Now, the reason I kind of turned down all this offer about ambassadorship and all this other stuff was that they kind of showed me that it could be something lucrative for myself, and that and they sent me like a vibrational frequency of, how do you say, like pleasure. Like, I got that for a moment. Like they were trying to, on reflecting back, maybe it's just a crude attempt to entice me. But it kind of, I'm very leery of those kind of, attempts, because I do sometimes distance healing, and then people ask me, remove like a negative spirit or a negative etheric implant and all these things. And when I do that, sometimes if it's more of an intelligent system or a being or whatever, it says, hey, how about this? How about I'll get you, money, or I'll get you power, or I'll get you things. Just don't destroy me, and I always say no, so that's kind of why I turned it down, because it seemed like, like I didn't want to be manipulated, but I thought I'd share this story now, because all the UFOs are, they're out there, and the government acknowledged it, and just want to see what you guys thought about this. And the interesting part was, I study stuff, but I was really rusty on the strong and weak nuclear force. I had to go look that up afterwards, and I was like, what is that exactly? So basically it means like they could make nuclear weapons almost inert, I guess, but I'm not really sure. I think if we're using it against ourselves, maybe they, couldn't in time. Not really sure. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. You guys are great. Have a great day. All right, bye-bye.